Hello, hello, and welcome, everyone. I am your host and one of the producers of the LizyT Show. I have to give a big shout out again to my incredible husband and sound technician and audio and everything. We had a little bit of a commotion here today, and always, he's my biggest cheerleader and always comes to the rescue. So thank you so much, honey, John, for working on the studio as always. And so, yes, also, I would like to welcome you for another last week, really, last 2 days of April. Can you believe it? It has been such a crazy month. It feels like we had April 1st and now we have April 30th. I don't know what happened to the days between April 1st and April 30th. It's just poof, vanished. So May is going to start tomorrow, believe it or not. And my baby is on May 4th is going to be turning 19. I can't believe it. It's just crazy life. And hopefully, wherever you are right now, you are able to enjoy, wish someone a happy birthday, and enjoy your day. And obviously, enjoy our show. We have prepared for you an incredible person. I had the opportunity to see and what one of the podcasts, and I'm like, oh, I have to have this lady on the show because this is really what it's all about. Is as you can see on the screen, tell me who you are, what you do, contact info, anything new, and that's really how we work this show, and that's how we get people involved. By the way, talking about being involved, if you would like to interact with us, if you would like to say hello, if you would like to ask questions, please do not hesitate. As you can see it on the screen, we are in all the social medias, not only on my webpage, which is lizypodcast.com, but also on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and my goodness, the list goes on and on, all at the same time. So if you miss one platform, don't worry, you can catch us on another one. So yes, I am so excited. So I would like to say, by the way, if you are would like to sponsor a show, please do not hesitate to call, DM me, contact, or email me, lizyradio at gmail.com. And I would love to talk to you about packages, how to sponsor the show. Your business will be mentioned every single time we do this show. So, without further ado, I'm going to put the poster up and for you to be able to hear a little bit of background. Fari, I love her name. She is a holistic health and wellness transformer coach for 40 years, who has been seeking gain clarity, self worth, self love through mentorship, fitness, and mindset training. She helps clients to transform their challenges into gift, to restore their sense of self, life, healthier, happier lives, and unlock her potential. Her journey began excuse me 21 when she left and escaped an Iran emotionally abused family, navigating challenges like nationality, language barriers, and chronic illness. She discovered a gift of compassion and resilience, and the difficulties faced fueled and determination found strength to overcoming adversity. Her expertise is just technical testimony to transform power and resilient compassion in face and hardship. Wow, that is definitely a bio. And for somebody who a lot of you know that I also escaped a communist country. We have something in common, and it's difficult. The challenges are very difficult to adapt, and but we're gonna hear all from Fari, which has an incredible story. Let's welcome her with a wonderful round of applause. Hello, beautiful, and welcome to Canada virtually. How are you doing this afternoon?
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. For coming, yes, from California to Canada. There we are. We're together. Yes. Thank you,
I
Fari.
know it becomes something when you nowadays I'm not giving my age away, but it feels surreal that just a little long ago for you to be able to connect with people from other than a cell phone, which a phone call rather, which used to be the most expensive thing to do for you to call China, to call South America. Now we can all connect via video. I mean, it still to me sounds too good to be true. This is wow. How things technology has happened. So I am glad. I am very happy, but
Fine.
it still feels surreal. So I'm glad that we were able to connect via this technology. Fari, take us back. Take us back to what was like 20 when you were 21 and I was about 19 when I left my oppressed country to be able to leave a place, abusive family and the list goes on. At 21, I don't think we understand clearly the world yet. I mean, people say, yeah, at 21 you know life, but you're still a child. You're still a young person not understanding why things are happening this way.
Yeah. Well, 21, at the age of 21, 40 years ago is different than 45 years ago is different than 21-year-old today. So yes, today a 21-year-old knows so much more than I knew it. I'm now 67. And when I was 21, I was like maybe comparing to a 12-year-old today. And what did I know about life? But nothing. And I love the fact that you said that I've been doing this for 40 years and it's actually just a little over 32 years, not exactly 40 years. I just wanted to make sure that make that clear. And at the age of 21, I waited to 21 so I don't have the permission from my parents to have my passport issued. And at that time, I must say that I didn't run away from the government. I didn't run away from the cover for our head and all of that. I was raised exactly like how we are here today. That's how we were raised in Iran at that time. There were no cover up. There was no hijab. There was no force of the religion, and the Shah of Iran was on. And but I ran away from that, and it wasn't really the Iran country that I ran away. I ran away from my family. I ran away at that time, my father and one of my brothers. And I just wanted to pursue my happiness, my freedom. And once I got 21 and I could issue my passport and I got it. And then it was August 22nd, 1978 that I left Iran. And I thought when I leave Iran, life's going to be blossom and I am going to be, oh my gosh, it's going to be a red carpet for me to put down. And I went to England first and I wanted to come to America. And soon after I got there, the revolution started in Iran. So I never ever saw anything of it. And far from what I thought that life's going to be blossom, the misery of life and the reality of life and the race and racism and prejudice was like bombarded on all of us Iranians all over the world. And then I very soon realized life is not going to be blossom. It's going to be super, super hectic, super painful. And it was all along. And 14 years in England, and I waited to get my British passport so I can come to America via my British passport because still 32 years ago, the Iranians weren't welcome to come to America that easily. So then I came to California where I am today, and I have been here since, and this is my 33rd years, 33 years. I'm in California. And none of it was easy, I must say. I mean, nothing of it was easy in England or America.
Anyone who goes to any part of the world and try a different culture, a different custom, a different language, it is challenging after challenge. At
Mhm.
least I would say for the first 5 years, where you can understand what's going on. I assume you went to school or took a couple of courses. English probably was a priority. I mean, you probably knew basic back home, but it wasn't in depth. How did you get involved? Was it right at the age of 25, around there, 30? I'm not sure. How did that holistic approach came into your life? Obviously, we have the background. We know what happened with your family, but was it something else that inspired you to pursue that career? Did you ended up getting a regular job after arriving in the state, or leaving from England? Give us a little bit of background for us to get to know you better, and people, you know, associate with you.
Mhm. No, in England, I didn't know a word of English when I got to England. Nothing.
Okay.
I mean, I knew water. That's it. That's all I knew. I didn't know any other word. And my hopes were I'm going to go to England and I'm going to get my visa and I'm going to come to America. So I had no English knowledge at all. And then because it was very, very soon, like probably a couple of weeks after I got to England to figure out how am I going to go to America, and then the revolution started in Iran and everything got shut down on all the Iranians across the world. And then I ended up having to become an au pair because I didn't have any money. So I had to go somewhere. So a Scottish lady was married to a guy from Bangladesh. They had a baby and she was expecting the second one. They hired me and as a babysitter for them. So I only was allowed to go to college, or they call it college in England. It's not like school, um, um, to learn English twice a week, 2 hours each time. And there was nothing online. It was just a dictionary by my bed. And I could only learn from the dictionary and then trying to talk to my landlady and my landlord. And um, I really didn't have any English knowledge at all. So no education, no courses. There was no money. I had to work. So I did work and anything I could do to keep the roof over my head. And then when I was in there after a year after that, one of the girls that I met at the college said, let's move with me, let's live together. And it was a very, very poor lifestyle. We I mean, it was beyond poor. And we were living in this. She had a boyfriend that had an empty building in England, and there was only one bed in that empty space. And had the kitchen floor was our kitchen, was our shower. So we had one big kettle. With that kettle, we would boil water and shower with it. With that kettle, we will make soup. With that kettle, we will make tea. That kettle was everything to us for the 9 months that we lived in that place. And it was like really empty at night. And we only had the power in the kitchen, not in that little room that we'd sleep. So it was beyond scary, poor, lonely, miserable. So that was what it was until I moved up and doing other, they call it a junior, to get a job in where they sell the denim shops. And I'd be the cleaner and all of that. So I can start working, earning money, have a room, not a home, not a
Mhm.
studio, a room that it was twice the size of if you have one mattress on the ground, there was no even room to put a bed. That's what I ended up having. So um, it was very, very hard. It was very difficult. But I mean, it was awful what was against us. And like one of those days, I was walking to work to be I was working for lots of beautiful, fabulous Greek people. At that time, I had 4 times hair than I do, black hair to my elbows, lots of it, ton of it. And I
Right.
was working in the rain and going up to work. And then um, the rain stopped. I took the umbrella off and I started walking. And then from the top where I was walking on the side on the footpath, and they were the skinheads up top, and then they emptied a bucket of green color paint all over my head and my body. And they used the N word and it said, "Oi, nigger." They called me a nigger. And they said, "Oh, nigger, go back home. You don't belong to here."
Wow.
I was beside devastated. I mean, I'm talking about it now with a smile. It's that many years ago, and so much
Right.
from it. And then when I had to walk, and the Brits were seeing me, and it was like, "Don't touch me," like that. And I'm walking to work for 20 minutes with paint all over me.
Paint.
And when I got into the shop, the Greek guys, who were beautiful guys, I mean, every single one of them burst into tears. And they said, "Come here." They changed my clothes and they're trying to cut my hair. They cut, and we can't take the paint off all the way until they ended up having to shave my hair. So imagine you're 23 years old, and one minute you have so much hair to your elbows, next minute you are shaved. Shaved. And those days there were no like cameras on you that you can take pictures and any of that. And for months, I never ever looked at my face in the mirror. Oh,
Wow.
you know, and it was one after the other one. It wasn't at all an easy life. And the result of it was that I was 20, I think 7 years old, 20, something like that. I can't remember the exact age that in England I got diagnosed with this debilitating disease, and it's called fibromyalgia, which,
Oh, wow.
if I wasn't so crazy about fitness, I mean, it was my blessings, unbelievable blessings, that I had these genes that I got from my father, and I was very much drawn into fitness. So I was sad, I would run. I was mad, I would run. I was happy, I would be working out. And fitness, health, and fitness was what saved my sanity. Of course, many, many times came to my head the way we were being treated, that I wanted to take my life away, without a doubt. I was very, very depressed for the longest time. And until then, I got married in England, I got divorced in England, then I got my British passport, and my ex-husband, who was also an Iranian guy, he got the British passport because of me. I had applied for it. And then I thought it's time for me to go on and move to America. So I came here thinking it's going to be any better. No, it was worse, but everything happens for a reason. I couldn't see that then. I was 34 when I moved to America. And you think at that time, I was too immature to want, oh, all that I go through. It's because there is a gift in it. I didn't. I just felt, my God, how much more I'm going to get attacked. But it was this voice constantly telling me, keep going, you can't stop. And by some 1000% grace, I managed to pull through. Fitness was the drug of my choice. And through the fitness, when I came to America, I mean, in England, but when I came to America, the fitness became my job. I was a very, very fat child. I would eat my emotions in Iran, and my mother wouldn't let me get into like volleyball, and my school would call and say she's brilliant on that, or tennis and all that. Oh no, that was against her belief, and she wouldn't let me get into it. So I would just go for the longest walk. We had a massive swimming pool in our home, and goes, that's all you can do, but that's it. But when I got England, I lost 50 pounds. And then when I continued coming to America, the 50 pounds got to be, I think, probably 70, 75, something like that, because I went down to be 130, I want to say 37, 38. And then when I wanted to be a trainer, this big, huge bodybuilder guy, green eyes, and he was like gigantic, muscly guy. I went for, I think, nutrition to him, something like this. And he asked me, what do you want to be? And I said, I'm looking to be a trainer. Now I was like 100 and maybe 37 to 140, I'm not sure. And
Mhm.
fit. No. And he goes, listen and listen well. California is a place for people that they want to, for the young girls, the blue eyes and the blonde ones, that they want to be an actresses, and they want to be they become trainer in hopes of meeting the producers and the directors. And he went like this, looking, showing me, and goes, with this, with your thick accent, with that much black hair, with your dark skin, you're never gonna make it. Don't waste your
Oh,
time.
wow.
Honest to goodness, it broke me. I'm not gonna,
Right.
but I had this voice just keep on saying, keep going, and fast forward, I became a trainer and I made it very big and huge. And I was working, um, he was very big up to like 20 years ago. And when I think I was 30, probably, what was I, 36, 37 or 38? When I met this man, it's called a big black African American guy, and his name is Billy Blanks and Tybo. And then I went there for just a help a friend to get going, and then he liked my energy, and then he hired me, and then I became one of his girls, and then I was the Taibo girl. And we were, I mean, that was the best. I mean, it gave me so much injuries in my body. He would not take any of the injuries as okay, stop. It was like go through it, and I had no backbone to say I can't do it. And it cost me to have 7 knee surgeries, 4 on the left and 3 on the right, up to 2 years ago. And then I ended up having the eighth and the ninth surgeries, which they were my knee replacements. But yeah, a lot of injury happened, a lot of devastation happened. But at some other points when um, the racism and prejudice would be coming towards me, Billy did guard me and support me, I must say. And all of that, when I'm talking to people then as the trainer, and
Mhm.
it was like they're all asking me, when you go and have your haircut done somewhere, you go once in 6 months to the same person and say, hey, how's it been? Now people are coming to me to be trained 2 3 times a week. So the conversation continues, and as I am telling them about everything that is going on,
Mhm.
one of them said, one of my clients is a psychologist. I think this was 2015, something like that. She said, hey, you're coaching me. I said, what is that? She goes, I said, oh, I'm your trainer. He goes, no, all that stuff, it's a coaching. And I said, oh, okay. I didn't know what that is. I had no idea what coaching was. And a few days later, it's just, I'm wondering what is coaching, and I'm questioning it. And they always say when the student is ready, the teacher arrives. Boom,
That's right.
message online that there is this big guy and is partnering with, his name is Tony Robbins, and he's partnering with Chloe Medanis. I have no idea who they are, but they are giving certification, and you can study with them. So I thought, okay, I guess I'm going to be enrolled with them. And it's on my wall now, and I got certified by Tony Robbins and Chloe Medanis.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
That is
And
so
it's fascinating.
incredible.
And then
That
I,
is so
mhm.
your life is such an incredible, I mean, I assume you already have a book about it, right?
I actually wrote a chapter for the first time in a book, which got published last January. And then I wrote an article in this magazine. It's called Tiny Buddha 2021. But I am now starting my own book. It's going to be published before the end of the year. Yes.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, because it's well deserved. One of the things that you said that it really struck me, and as an ex runner myself, I have
Ah,
my
beautiful.
medals. Um, Marathon runner. I do have, same as you, knee injuries myself. I am going to delay surgery for as long as I can until I can not longer go with it. I'm not running anymore. I do walk, I do weights, and I do swimming. But you said, um, fitness saved my life. And
Mhm.
believe it or not, for a lot of people that are watching this or will be watching later on, we have a few people said hello, hello everyone. Questions, comments, please do write them in all the platforms that we are. Saved your life, and I believe that. That's my mom. Believe me, my mom and I were talking yesterday and said, "What is it about running that you miss?" It is the feeling of letting it go, not when you're pushing for a time on a marathon, and not when you're trying to achieve a certain goal that you didn't have before. It's just that peaceful, calming rhythm where you are able kind of to fly,
Mhm.
and it gives you that separation of all your worries and all your concerns to just that peaceful uh, path that you can go in for a long time. Could be an hour, could be 2 hours, and it is an amazing feeling. And I believe, just like you said, um, running for me saved me many times that I could have exploded, could have said something that it wasn't meant to be said to a family member. I was able to just kind of explode that in that sense. But
Mhm.
in your case, it literally saved your life. You contemplated not being in this world a couple of times, maybe more than couple, and now you're using it to help others. That is incredible. Not only with your fitness coach life, but also coaching literally, because you can unite both things together. And I think it's a great revelation for you to be able to realize that this is your calling. Something kept pushing, and something kept nagging at you that this is what you should be doing. I've been reading some of your reviews and on your website, and someone said, Edward Robin said, she brings a unique combination of insight, skills, and every session. It's like every session for you and your clients is something completely unique. You don't repeat. It's not a cookie cutter. What do you say about that comment?
Well, that's why one of my wonderful, I've never paid him, but I call him a mentor, this fantastic gentleman. Um, he's called Steve Hardison, who's a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant coach. And he made me change my title, that I'm not just a health and wellness coach, I'm a relationship coach. Because through everything that I've been through and creating the relationship with myself and others, and helping so many people to have this revisit to self, and how to find out that in every rejection there is a redirection. It has made me to be actually a relationship coach, transformational relationship coach. And when, just like Edward says, he's a very religious, what's the title for it? I don't want to pronounce it wrong. Jewish man, and I think it's called Kenta, if I pronounce it right, in a synagogue. And this wonderful man started with me when he was like 60, I think, four, and he is now 75. A brilliant soul. And it becomes about that person. Is not There's not one prescription for all. Is what I have to share and help Edward in what Edward needs. Or if you come to me, what you have that I need to make it is like, I'm think of a tailor that makes the outfit to made to fit you, then it only has to fit you with your body, with your height, with your size, with your preferences, with what suits your face coloring and all of that. So I can give that fitting to somebody else. That's why it's a matter of creation. What do we create for the individual in that moment that allows them to find that aha moment, and allows them to figure out that, oh, this is what's called, let me unlearn. all that I learned in the past in order for me to step into the new version of me. I don't teach anybody. I don't do anything for anyone. All I do, I help them to create that, whatever it is that they want. We together, I only guide them the way. And I said, okay, what do we get out of this? What do we get out of next step? Where are we going to go with this? So it's a matter of creating in that moment with the individual. And that's what um, Richard Edward was talking about.
I
That's
do
the
not want to forget because I know me and you, we could talk all day. And I know I promised I wasn't going to take very much time of your busy schedule. Where can people find you right now? Internet, as I mentioned earlier, is the best place for us to meet. I assume that you do things online and in person, and obviously with your classes for fitness classes can vary as well. But can you share with us your uh, website?
Sure. Just like you said, you went on my website. My website is www.fari transformation, one word. I use the transformation in all of my platforms because it's a matter of transforming. So faritransformation.com is my website. And if you want to email me, is Fari at Fari Transformation. And these two are the best, the easiest way to find me. And Instagram is Fari Transformation as well. But I think my Facebook is actually my husband's last name, Fari Gunzak, is either that or, but if you put Fari Transformation, it all comes up. Best and best and best is my website. www.faritransformation.com is you get lots of it stuff in there, and it allows you to have short 3 little videos of 2-3 minutes, and then after that then I have a freebie that offers it there. And yeah, it's pretty informative, all that there is on the website. And I love to give to your viewers 30 minutes complimentary coaching sessions, discovery call, loving calls, miracle time, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, we just talk. I will be having group coachings, but as a fitness thing that you just asked me, is that I combine fitness, nutrition, all of that with people that I coach. I no longer teach groups, anymore. It's been there, done that. I've done it for a long, long time, but I
Mm-hmm.
100% combine it with their client for the coachings. Those that they want to have it, they have it. But lots of people want to know about what to eat and not to eat, or if they work out, is their workout correct or not? Or so lots of people absolute unaware of breathing. So I offer breath work. I am an avid yoga practitioner, and I'm a yoga instructor too. So I teach that part of the workout. And lots of people say, oh, we can't get down on the ground. We do chair yoga. So that makes it wonderfully available for everybody. And yeah, I'm a massive, massive advocate, pickleball player. So I help people before and after pickleball, what it is that they need to do. And I just recently injured my own shoulder, but there were no tears, there was nothing broken. And that's all due to lifting weights for so many years. And they both surgeons said, your blessings are that your muscles are so strong because of the weightlifting. So that's what I do.
Mm-hmm. So watch out, everyone. I just started doing weights because I can run, but swimming, I guess, is one of the best thing. When you coach someone, I know that some of your advertisement and some of your webpage and some of the stuff that I've listened, because you have gone through a lot of trauma yourself.
Mhm.
This is also one of your areas of expertise, helping people to overcome their own traumas and being able to cope with a variety of things that
Mhm.
people, especially ladies. I'm sure you work with ladies and men, as we mentioned earlier.
Of
Um,
course.
what is the traumas that you have encountered? Um, Obviously, there's so many, but can you give us an example just so someone can see, this is a right fit for me? Fari is the person that I should be working with.
Traumas, there weren't one or two for me to deal with. There are very many. I'm glad you brought this up. Yes. One of the things that I'm massively um, advocate of talking about it, that I always say, your past traumas and your challenges, they are not life lessons. They're purely they're not life sentences. They're purely life lessons. And we become so like enslaved of all these what we've been through, like I did, like the hatred for my father, for my brother, and we forget all of those are our gifts. How do you want to find your gift? In when you get raped, when somebody steals from you, when your heart is broken, when you get cheated on. Believe me, I got cheated on by my ex-husband. I got cheated on by many boyfriends. Oh, the way my father physically beat me up many times, not just me, every sisters and brothers in the family got everything you can think of. I had to go through in life. And that's why when I pass through it, and I always say, there's only one way to get there is to walk through the fire. You
Mm-hmm.
cannot zigzag it. No, you've got to walk through the fire to get to the other side of it. And all of that has allowed me to very strongly and bravely today say your past challenges, your past traumas are
Mm-hmm.
only and only a life lessons. Look for the diamond in them rather than looking as a, oh, poor me, I'm the victim. Oh, I'm such a mother. And I said, no, let's help you. Let's see fibromyalgia. I've suffered since 27 years of age. I'm 67. If I didn't do what I've been doing, if I didn't
Mm-hmm.
have my spirituality, I do not belong to any religion. My religion is me and my God. I'm a slave of God. I love God. I speak to God 90 times an hour. My relationship with God, with who I am, it has empowered me to stand strongly here and I say, hey, beautiful soul, let's help you find
Mm-hmm.
where you are. Overeating, when you see your kids are heavy, they are crying out for help. Listen to
The
them.
crime. It's
Listen.
exactly.
They are telling you something. Listen to them. Don't beat them up more. Listen to what the message is. What are they telling you? I was overweight. I was eating left and right. There was nobody to hear me. No, I wish I had someone like with my knowledge today that it was in my life and I would lift me up and then I wouldn't be so tormented before. But now I look back to this day, there is like you can give me all the compliment in the world and I think, oh, really, me? You think I'm worth? You sure? You talking to me? And I look around because of my upbringing. I don't know how to quite take it in, and I'm working on it all the time. But there's so much more deeper traumas in life than that. It also helped me to realize that all the rejections that I've had uh, in life, it's been protection. It wasn't that I get now just know, okay, so let me go. Every time I get to know, I say, I feel and I hear this voice that it says, the best is yet to come. And that's what I love to help people that they're going through, whether physical, emotional, mental challenges. Um, Look at what is going on with the mental health today.
Yes.
What they do, especially in this country, They shove medication down their throat. No one says, hey, get up, go out there, run. Pick up a paper and write your feelings. Put a music on and dance. Go to the gym. Go swim. Do something physically. Speak to somebody. Have a no, they don't say that. But they say
No,
take this medication at this hour, take the other one in 5 hours, and they make your body like a
sicker.
pharmacy. But no, pharmaceutical is getting richer and richer in expense of yours and my mental health. And I am saying, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a psychotherapist. I am only an expert. I am a coach on relationship to self and others. I transform you from your misery into your goodness. I pick you up and I say, sweetheart, have my loving arms through the internet, or if you're here, come and sit in my office and let's talk and let's turn things around. But one needs to be ready and
Yes.
to be willing to do the work, because I can't do it for you. You have to do it. We're creating. It's only a matter of creation at all time. I don't know if I answered your question.
Oh, you have, you have. Um, for you that are watching right now or will be watching later on, so we have a couple of few people. Don't be shy. Uh, there's whatever social media you're using right now, because there's so many. Just put a thumbs up or even a heart. That will mean a lot to us. But I can see who is online. One of the things that I really resonates with me is the part that being abused, an abusive relationship, and being raped myself. This is not what holds me. This is my stepping stone, my
Mhm.
a way of being a better person, a way of learning to overcome this. And this does not drag me down or at all. And same as you were able to forgive your father. I was able to forgive my abuser. It's such a freedom. It's such a free way of like, looking at life and not having that hold us back. And it's so rewarding to be able to say, hey, I was there, but now I'm here, and I'm able to pass this experience to other. And you doing that in such a huge way. Also, don't get me started with pharma, because this show is going to turn into like a 3 hours at least. But absolutely, I think um, the simpler way, just like you said, going for a walk, talking to people, journaling, listen to music. Biggest therapy in my house is music. All and when I hear
Mhm.
the girls, I have two girls listening to loud music. I know that's therapeutical, and I'm like, yes, do it. Crying, crying is therapeutic. It is. There's nothing wrong with crying. Please cry more, laugh more. I mean, I couldn't stress all the items. Working out, obviously, is a given, but people are becoming more and more sedentary. It's like 80s is on their 30s. And I have an 83-year-old mother that walks 3 times away and is a day and is healthy as she could ever be. But then again, she does the right things, just like Fari does. My inspiration. But yeah, there's any question, guys, please do not hesitate to connect with her. Her website is fairytransformation.com. Love it. Um, Last question. You are doing so many incredible things. Your schedule is incredibly busy. Anything that you are planning other than your book in the rest of the 6 months that we have in this year?
Well, I'm planning on having a retreat. But
Okay.
I'm doing it. I just came back from Atlanta. I had a wonderful speaking engagement in Atlanta, and that made me realize I'm actually going to speak more, because when you speak, people hear you in different ways that they would be reading about you. And I will be speaking soon. I don't know when, but this year I'm going to be speaking more often, and we will be having a retreat as well. And And there's a massive workshop is coming up in Seattle that I'm taking part on that one as well. And that retreat that we're planning on is going to be between a very famous painter, which
Oh,
I don't have her permission to mention her name, so I won't say it. And then another wonderful, beautiful, gorgeous, fun lady, a healer, and myself. And I want to promote kind of fitness in there. And I love to paint. I'm not a painter, so I'm not going to take the title of painting. But one of the ways of dealing with stress, with frustration, you don't have to know how to do it. Pick up a pen and a piece of paper and just sketch and draw, or buy the paint and just start painting. It's fabulous. And for me, I always say the way to get to God is not always to go to church for everybody. For me, when I paint, for me, when I'm in the gym, for me, when I'm on my yoga mat, when I'm swimming, when I'm playing pickleball, for me is my connection to the Almighty. It's when I
hmm,
become one with the power. My prayers, 1000% is like they're being heard when I am physically active, whether I'm drawing things. And when I was mad and sad, I draw a horse, and posted it yesterday on my social media, and I said that's a few years ago. Yeah, fitness, more fitness, and drinking a ton of water is the key.
yes, yes. That's exactly what I just had a sip on it right now. Fairy, I mean,
Third
you're
one.
good for you. Your life is so incredible, guys. Her website is fairytransformation.com. If you have any questions, you could directly to me or you could send it directly to her. The book hopefully will come up because this is incredible.
This
And the retreat of obviously any dates of when the retreat.
this is
Yes.
the book that I have a chapter on. It's called Unstoppable, and that's on Amazon. And I have just a chapter, 3,000 words, but this in a different format and different name, I think is coming out in anything between September and December.
Wow. That's it's going to make a great Christmas present for people as well. So perfect date to launch it. Absolutely. And for the retreats, what dates are you thinking? Is there anything in the works yet, or is it going to be
No,
this
the
year
thing
or
is,
next year?
no, it's going to be this year, but the thing is, since the pandemic is over and everywhere is booked and is taken, it is so difficult. We're only waiting for to be able to find a place. Um, if we can get it in California, in here in Palm Desert, that'd be wonderful. But we'll announce it, and I don't want to say things that I don't know yet. But it's many places we've applied for, but we don't know who's going to take us in, and we're definitely going to let you know, and we're going to post it.
Beautiful. How many people, if you do ended up having it, how many people the retreat will hold?
We really don't want to have any more than 15 to 20, because we want to give them our
Personalized
undivided
attention.
love and attention. Um, my friend painter, she wants to be able to do the painting in there. I want to be able to do many different workouts throughout. I want to make one morning to say an Iranian or a Persian breakfast, and my healer friend needs to be able to make that connection with the individual. There's no point having that many. We want very small amount, but we want to give them experience they've never had in life. So we
And
want to
I
keep.
assume all of that will be on your website once you have
Yes,
the location and once you're able to say, hey, the applications are up, you can apply and you'll probably be happy to have anywhere from 15 to 20. I'm pretty sure probably you're going to get people on a waiting list. I'm like,
that's right.
I wanted to I wanted to come. I wanted to come.
Yeah, we just thought if we can get that, and if it gets really out of hand, then we just look for somewhere bigger. But it's better to start small and then increase it
Absolutely.
incrementally.
Absolutely. Farah, it's been almost an hour, but it's been such a
Wow, time
delight
flies.
talking to you and conversing and getting to know your trials and tribulations and how you were able to overcome all of them. And we're still overcoming because we're still alive.
I will never feel
And
very old.
it, it's a growth. We're here to grow and to learn, and I'm glad that you do resort to a higher power, of God, because He's the one who allows. And a lot of people say, why would God allow a rape? There's a reason, and we did learn, we did grow up, and we're able to say, hey, I've gone through that and I can help you because I've gone through that. So that's what you're doing, and I think that's beautiful, that's incredible. Kudos to you, congratulations on
Thank you.
everything that you have accomplished, and I know that I'm going to hear a lot more about you in the days to come. This is not it. You're an incredible lady. I
You.
salute you.
Thank
My
you.
hats to you. My hats to you. And yeah, let's keep connecting. So
Absolutely.
everyone, we will be back. But any last word, my dear friend?
I just want to say I'm nothing without God. And it's like I am literally, I thank Him for every step of the way that I went through. And I say life is all about the choices we make. So choose wisely and make sure what you choose for yourself, would you choose it for your children? So love yourself more than you have. And absolutely choose wisely.
Well said. Words of wisdom. Thank you, everyone. We'll be back with another guest on the show. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Fari. It's been a pleasure and an honor, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye
Thank you.
bye for now, everyone.